And we are live. Give me a second, folks.
I don't know what I did with my glasses.
You don't know what you did with your glasses? You're not in frame either. There you go. Here, is that better?
Nope.
No. Oh my
That's
God.
what Patty says. I have to sit closer to you.
You got to pretend you like me. You got to pretend you like me. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It is Tuesday night. Time for our...
You have to make sure that you put everybody large because I won't be able to see it. I don't know where my glasses are.
I was as big as I can get it.
Oh, should I go get my glasses?
Yeah, go find your glasses.
Okay.
Sorry,
guys.
We're experiencing some ocular difficulties here. Hope everybody had a good week. Hey, Virginia. Let's see who we got in here. Starla was first by a long shot again. And then we've got Eagle Lover, Texas, and Terminator. It was a pleasure meeting you, Eagle Lover. It was nice putting faces to names. And then Jonathan's here. Jonathan was at the festival as well. Silver Linings in here. Potpourri for Life. Virginia Roots. You know, we had a really good time, and naturally, a lot of this, she can't find her glasses.
I don't know. I'm having a senior moment, I think. So you're going to have to read to me.
Okay. I'll put them up. I'll put the good ones up so you can read them.
Okay.
So naturally, the main topic this week is going to be the festival.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about business. I want to talk about the festival itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Aside, we can tell what happened to the tent, though.
Oh.
Learning experience. We had a very big learning experience with the vendor tent on Saturday, but we'll get to that. You know, but we spent most of the last week getting ready for the festival.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time. Thank God, Jonathan was here. He helped load the. Load the
Jonathan was a lifesaver for me.
Yeah.
He really was.
Because
bless his heart. So right before a festival, it looks like festival just puked all over the house, and he tolerated it very well, along with the stinky chicks.
Yep.
And all of that. He did great. So I was super excited about that. He was a trooper.
Hey, Joseph G. Oh, before we go on, anybody that is a moderator, if that knucklehead that popped in at the end of the broadcast last time,
Ryan,
if he shows up, boot him. Don't even wait for him to post anything. Just boot him.
And I just want to say, I kind of blame that on my brother. And we were just trying to recover from that. And it was not my brother. No one in my family would ever make a joke my immediate family would ever make a joke like that. So please, if that happens, kick him off. Just boot him out.
Towards Joy Freedom. How's it going?
Hey, guys.
And I want to apologize. It came to my attention that I may have said something.
I was mad.
That could have been construed as approving what the guy did, and that was not the case. I was trying to diffuse the situation, but so I just want everybody to know that I was not condoning it.
For those of you that don't know, I actually have two sisters that are of color, and my nephews are half Filipino. So for something like that to come on our channel, whoever that person is, or the people thinking about it tonight, you are way out of line. This is not the channel to be messing with that kind of crap.
Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get that out there.
Thank you.
But no, it was a big week. In fact, here, I'm going to spin this around for a second.
No, what are you spinning around?
We've got one that she's got to go set up for tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And compared to what it looked like last week, that is organized.
Yes.
Um,
Well, kind of.
so
I still have stuff laying all over the
Yeah.
furniture.
So
Patty helped me a lot. Patty and Darren came over today, kind of fixed some crates from the accident that we had at camp. And then we got.
You started the story in
That's
the middle
okay.
again.
So we got all that stuff fixed, and then went through and tried to do some reorganizing and that kind of thing. So
Yep.
Yep.
You know, and so you went out there
Thursday.
I had
wanted to go Wednesday, but Thursday is how
I worked half a day for Thursday and Friday, so I didn't get out there till the afternoon. So she went out. And how'd you get set up?
Oh, the community. Seriously, the community. Darren helped. Guys came in. Everybody at Hardy, all of them. It was like, let's get the tent up. Okay, how do you want this? And everybody walking by, how can I help? What can I do? And it's the same as it always is. Every festival's like that.
Yep.
We're never alone. In fact, for the festival tomorrow, I was going to go pick up the kids, homeschool kids, but instead of ruining their school day, Patty and Darren Hacks are going to meet me out there. I'm going to call.
Nice,
I'm going to call them when I'm leaving, and they're going to meet me out there and help me set up. So this is kind of how it works. This is what a community is about.
Silver lining. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
She put a lot of work into it.
Darren did a lot too. He made all those crates, all except for 6.
Yep.
And so I've got another 78 coming.
Like I said last week, if you guys need any crates like that, he's got it worked out. He's got a plan, and they are super inexpensive, and you can contact him and work something out.
Relatively. I mean, he puts a lot of labor into this, so relatively inexpensive. If you go to Michael's, you're going to spend $20 plus tax.
Yeah,
he can do it for less.
Yeah. So what was your impression?
And we can ship out through pirate ship.
What was your impressions of Thursday?
Of Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was great. It was all good.
I'll tell you what, I got there. What time did I get there? About
5.
No, it was earlier than that.
Oh, that's right. You took a half.
But anyway, I pulled up, and
I was already.
It was the amount of tents and people that were camping.
A lot. Like Wednesday's numbers were from what I was told. Wednesday's numbers would be what we would expect usually on a Friday.
Thursday afternoon looked like a Saturday, a normal Saturday there.
Yep.
And
and I did the food truck too. So doing the food truck, my numbers were all out of sort. But it was good.
It was nice. There were a lot of people we had not seen since the last festival.
Did you see that you had 3 extra tamales in the fridge I was able to hold back for you? Did you find them?
You just forgot to sell them. Don't pretend that you did it for me. You just forgot to sell them.
I actually took some to potluck.
Yeah, absolutely, Eagle Lover. Darren did a fantastic job, and they're just the right size.
Oh man, great for potato bins, veggie bins.
Yeah.
If you have to separate everything from the garden, they're perfect. Yeah.
And they said your tamales was awesome.
Thank you.
Got a lot of compliments. I
don't think there were any complaints.
Got a lot of compliments on the food truck. That was the first time. We've been going that for 10 years now, and that's the first time that we had any vendor out there selling food or anything.
Yeah. Well, what was really cool is some people came to me and they're like, "Do you have nachos?" And I was like, "No." And then I had someone else come to me, "Do you have nachos?" And I was like, "No." Like, is this a thing? And luckily I know them very well. I'm like, is this a thing? Like, I should have thought of that. It should automatically been nachos. And Neon got on to me and she says, yes, it should have automatically been nachos. So I gave G a call.
That was Friday. Friday it was raining. It started raining right when I got off work. And she had called me and said they want nachos. Get nachos. And I bought all the Tostitos.
2 different.
I bought
stores.
all the Tostitos restaurant style nacho chips out of 2 different Dollar Generals.
Yeah.
And when it was raining. When I say it was raining hard.
They still wanted their nachos.
They still wanted their nachos, and everybody was so happy they got their nachos. Yeah. And Thursdays.
And then Nikki ran to Sam's Club on Saturday morning to make sure, because we were almost sold out of nachos. So she ran to Sam's Club and got me more so that everybody would have nachos.
But Friday when I got there, so if you go back and you watch the video, you see me turning in and going through the gates. There's a great big long field there.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the sign.
No, and then there's trees. There's trees, probably 200-300 yards of trees. There were people parked all the way down along those trees, and there were people actually camping in there because there was no room up in the campground.
Yep.
And that
look a little dark. Is there a reason?
That campground, are we a little dark?
We're a little dark.
We're a little dark.
I think that needs to be lowered,
but oh, hang on, I'll talk to him.
So we were able to figure out a lot. Part of homesteading is you're flexible, right? So we had to be flexible. Figured all that stuff out, got it, and everybody kind of got what they wanted. So
is it better?
No, I don't know what's. Oh, you know what? It's still daylight outside. I think we had the same issue last time.
Yeah. Well, that's better. It's a little bit better. But yeah, it was good. It was good. And so Jonathan was out helping Jeff. Jeff is Gypsy 19.
Gypsy 19.
Gypsy 19.
Who brought me a wonderful gift. I got a dozen of the American Brussies that are now in the incubator and figured out the new tricks. So I was having problems with the incubators. You guys know that story. I had 3 incubators go in. Some chicks would do their thing and other chicks weren't doing their thing and trying to figure out what was going on. Apparently, he learned this from Living Traditions. So you need to actually, when you have your crate sitting in the egg carton, you want to flip those 2 times a day for 2 days. And you're going to do that. It helps the embryo come together and create that air bubble. And I was like, oh, genius. So I've done that. And I've got some turkey eggs waiting to go in. So super excited about that.
By the way.
Oh, great. Okay. I'll pull that one in. So, yeah, so I'm excited about this. And I guess their hatch rate went up tremendously when they started doing that. So super excited about that trick. And guys, that's what community is about. This is how we learn these things. So I'm super excited to see how that works.
Friday's keynote speaker at the end of the day, at the end of both days, they had a keynote speaker, and Fridays was Callie Blackwell. And if you went over to Tag's site, Life Done Free on Thursday, you saw the live interview with her that he did. And the talk she gave on Friday was essentially that one, but it was truncated. So if you did not see it, or you weren't at the festival and you haven't watched that live yet, go over to Being Tag's Life Done Free and watch the live stream he did Thursday, because it's a moving story.
Yeah.
And I got like 2 hours of sleep because in fact I told Tag the next morning, I said you can't do shows like that late right before it's time to go to bed, because my brain starts working and I can't turn it off, and I end up getting 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time. I slept from like midnight to 2, and then I was awake, and I spent a lot of time chasing rabbits. Got a lot of good information.
Well, I mean, just to listen to her makes your head spin, and especially with what we went through. So if a lot of people don't know our story, our daughter was diagnosed with juvenile lupus at the age, she was actually 12 turning 13. So it came on pretty sudden. And by the time she was in the 8th grade, they told her no marching band, because she was ready to go to high school. And this was everything that she was wanting to do. And they told her, they said, you will not be in marching band. You have to stop. You're going to quit. Put your dance shoes away. She was in show choir. And they said, you will never dance again. Stop. And they wanted to do surgery at one point. They thought she had cancer. And I was blown away. Luckily, I had a friend who worked for an oncologist. They looked at, they put their scan on a CD. And so I sent that CD over. Remember, Heather did that for us. And so took it over, and he said, no, he said, this is common and don't worry about that. And so we kind of relaxed on that one. And our daughter, it was interesting. They wanted to put her on so much medication, and she was so brave. I would say she's stubborn. Stubborn and brave.
stubborn more than brave.
Yeah. And she said, I'm not putting my dance shoes away. I am not putting my dance shoes away. This is not happening, Mom. Something different has to happen. And so we searched and searched and searched. And finally, Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City downtown, they were coming up with a program that you could align, like reprogram your spinal column. And so I asked her, I said, do you want to give it a shot? And she said, yeah. And I said, okay, great. And it did meant she had an hour of therapy. It was an hour of massage and an hour with a pediatrician, because they would constantly follow up with everything. So it was 3 hours, but it was a good 3 hours. And finally, we started seeing the more and more she went, it seemed like she was declining and not getting better. And so G and I just kind of grasped the fact. We kind of grasped the fact that when she was 17, it was going to be her last summer. And she said, I really want to go to Colorado and I just want to work. Can I work? And so my aunt lived in Colorado. I'm sorry. So we sent her there. There's a bright side, and I'm going to focus on the bright side of this. And so we allowed her to go. We didn't want to, but we allowed her, thinking it was her last summer. And
it could have been her last.
It could have been.
We weren't.
And so she went out there, and she stayed with my aunt. And this is the type of girl she was. Where she was working at Mama Rosa's, which is a great restaurant. If you guys are in Estes Park, you want to go there. And she met several different young men that were going to Colorado State University. And they were actually in the program learning how to mix marijuana strains and do all of this stuff to cure certain things and everybody get healthy. And type of kid she was, she actually called us and she said, okay, here's what I'm learning. Here's what I've been told. Do you mind? Can I smoke pot? And I said, well, what are you talking about? You're smoking pot all day. You're going to just ruin your summer, that kind of thing. And she said, no. She said very clearly, and it was Pineapple Express and something else. I can't remember what the other one was. And she said, no. She said, it's 2 drags in the morning and 2 drags at night. And I said, okay. I said, well, let me call aunt and auntie and see what she says and what she's comfortable with. And so I called her and she said, if it's going to work for her, smoke outside, not in the house. Okay, great. So she did that. We weren't sure if it was going to work or not, but again, we thought it was going to be her last summer. So, whatever. And she came home, school started, and we had labs in October for them to check her blood levels. And she wasn't quite 18. And she wouldn't be 18 until February. And so in October, we had the labs and she was in full remission. So we're grateful for that. Yeah. So Callie's story really touched our heart because it came close to our family. Well, not hers is more dramatic, but it came close.
Silver Lining said it earlier. Her message was very moving.
Yes.
And it's very easy to look at her and be in complete awe. But we sat down, the community.
Oh, the lunch was amazing.
Had lunch on Sunday and got to sit down and actually talk to her. She is actually a down to earth person, and she's
She
very
puts
humble.
Her pants on the same way we do. Yeah. She's
and
just a great person.
She
and
likes
so
conspiracy theories.
Oh, her and I got along really well.
She's very like-minded, very and Jesse's cool too. I like Jesse too.
He's a cool cat.
Yeah. The guy that was with her, Jesse. So yeah, that was really good. And the message on Friday was good too. But and the cool thing about Friday was it was raining and it continued to rain.
And everybody, for the most part, stayed in really good spirits and hung in there. It was fabulous. Yeah, absolutely fabulous. Yep. So it's all good.
And Shelly, your soap got nothing but rave.
I'm almost sold out.
Everybody liked it that got a chance to look at them. They were very impressed and had nothing but good things to say about it.
A lot of the kids bought them for Mother's Day presents. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, and it's I'm not gonna lie, it's part of the marijuana community's fault that it gets a bad rap because
or the thugs.
Well, if people abuse it. I'm 100% on board with medical marijuana, and I have been for a long time. It's just not something I've really been vocal about up to this point. But the people that abuse it and say that it does not cause any problems.
It can.
It does. I mean, all you have to do is look at the
Mhm.
increased crime rates in major metropolitan areas where they have legalized marijuana, and it's not because of the medicinal marijuana people. It's because of the recreational stoners and the drug addicts that do
And
it.
the people that smoke a lot and then drive, you know,
Well,
that kind
and
of
yeah,
thing.
because the
Yeah.
DUIs have gone up.
Right.
You know, but that we should not let that take away from the medicinal aspects of it, because it's two completely different things. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I to this day I read Dan Brown, I think is his last name, Brown, but the name of the book is Too Green to Fail, and he went and he followed a marijuana plant in Mendocino County the year after it was legalized. Mendocino was the first county in the United States to legalize marijuana, and he followed this plant from the time it was potted till the time it was delivered to the medicinal dispensary.
Mm-hmm.
And he really went into the financial aspects of it and the medical aspects and everything. And I, to this day, I cannot understand why it's still a Schedule I drug. Well, yeah, actually, I do know why it's a Schedule I drug, because of the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
If people learn the true medicinal value of marijuana, it will destroy the pharmaceutical industry.
Callie and I were talking about this at lunch, and this is one of the things that get me so frustrated. And I have noticed that everything that is good for your health and is good, healthy medicine, they deem as a horrible weed. It's an obnoxious weed. You have to pull it, or it's illegal, flat out. And that's because if you look at some of the drugs and what they're doing, it has everything that they're telling us that we have to rip out because it's a weed. They're actually putting in the medicine. It's a money game.
Yeah, it's a medicinal herb, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, I'm not condoning doing anything illegal, immoral, violent, or anything like that. And anything we say on here is strictly for entertainment's sake. Hypothetically, whenever you run into a tyrannical government with tyrannical rules, you have not only the civil right to take matters in your own hand, you've got, as far as I'm concerned, a responsibility.
Yes.
So you guys, take that as a civics lesson, okay? Take that as a civics lesson. Okay, what's Virginia? Oh man, sorry. Okay, I missed who couldn't get the
med card.
Found an amazing LMD local marijuana dispensary.
Well, so here's something really interesting too. So Callie and Jesse actually stopped by in Missouri because we were talking about this, and I've had several people that are like, because with some of the things that I've got going on and they're like, well, we'll just pick this up and pick that up. And this is why it's so good to sit down with Callie. And if you go to Kelly Blackwell and you look her up, go to, I wish I had the QR code. I almost grabbed it and I didn't do it. Tag, if you have it, I think you're a mod. Maybe you can put that in there.
Literate MD. Okay.
You can actually go in and go to her website, and there's a free PDF, and it shows you a lot of stuff, how to break it down, how to turn it into a tincture and that kind of thing. And not necessarily how to use it. You have to do that for your own personal and how you're going to do that, but it kind of has a guide and things, and she's got a lot. And then there's a book if you want to know her story, and it's 1 in 7 billion. I actually reserved 2 books. They're going to be shipped to me. One is for me, so don't get too excited, but one is a giveaway. And so we'll figure out how we're going to do that. And folks, she's signing them. So it will be signed, not necessarily to you, but it's going to have an encouraging message from her and her signature on there. So we're going to do that for you. And we'll get all that in there. What is that?
Has to be done.
It has to be done correctly. Yes,
it has to be done behind the scenes because you can get in trouble.
Yes. And so, but there's a lot to that. So we'll get that done. But I just encourage all of you, go out and learn her story and learn what she did. I'm telling you, once you get into her story, I wish I would have had the courage to fight the medical system for my daughter.
Well, you.
Well, for me too.
For you,
yeah. We haven't got that
Tara thing.
Yeah,
too.
but I haven't personally put a lot of that information out. But close friends know it. But there's there's a lot of stuff. I wish I would have had the courage to step up and just say enough and really fight. But I was more concerned about our daughter. So, and then when I was really sick, I was concerned, our son was only 3 years old at the time. So that was huge. And so there was a lot of stuff I didn't want to lose my children.
Well,
so there's that.
Joseph G made the comment, a literate MD, that's rare.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation that I had with,
I guess I didn't finish that. I'll finish it after you're done. Go ahead.
The conversation I had with Callie at lunch, her and I think kind of along the same lines, because I worked at a major metropolitan hospital for 17 years, and there are a lot of medical professionals and very few nurses and doctors, as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
So just take that for whatever you will. We as a community, we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. And Callie says, if you believe that something's going to happen, then you need to get your house in order. And that doesn't just mean your physical house; it means your bodily house too.
Correct. But that's one of the things that Kelly and I got to talking about. So they had stopped at some of the pharmaceutical, or what do you call them, dispensaries in Missouri. And she got to one, and the guy had no idea what she was talking about. And she said, "Is this 82% or better?" I don't know. I have to check with my manager. Is this RSO? I don't know. I have to check with my manager. And literally what they're selling over there is crap, because that's the only way they can make it legal. It has to not be able to benefit you.
See, silver lining says it's too. It's very hard. It's a very hard decision to make, because you second guess yourself. What if I'm wrong and they're right? And Callie's story is addresses that exactly. That before the internet, we had to rely on the experts, the quote unquote experts, and we had to take what they said as gospel. The internet has opened up, and there's a lot of bad information out there, but it's also opened it up so we can get good information. It's just it's liberating. It's liberating people, and it's threatening the medical establishment, which is why we see the censorship where we see it, and everything. So Skanes says, and Skanes, it was a hoot meeting Skanes. We met.
Skanes ended up being my roommate for 2 days.
We met Skanes and Eagle Lover.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Silver Lining.
Jules was there.
Yeah. Well, we met Jules before.
I know. I'm saying Jules was there.
Yeah.
And I think we'd met Silver Lining before too, because that wasn't her first rodeo, was it? Was it Silver Lining? Was that your first time there?
No, she's been there. She was there last year. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. I was telling my daughter about Kelly. She's educated me on some things I did not know regarding that and hemp. Didn't realize my daughter knew so much. She's pretty passionate about the subject. Well, you got perfect. You got a good kid there then.
Yeah.
PJ's Urban Garden. How's it going? And I didn't say hi to who was it? Cece Mao Mom. Is that how we pronounce that? Chachi Mao Mom and Jamie Farley showed up too, and I did not say hi to them, and I apologize. Yep. But Friday was good. And then Saturday rolled around, and I had to take care of the animals, so I didn't get there till about 9. And I rolled in, and there were even more people. There were even more people at the camp out than there. Well, they said they had about 170, almost 180 people.
No, that was a count done by, I think that count was on Saturday, but the total count came out, I think it was 217, something like that, is what Specs put out. So.
Yeah, so over 200 people, not bad considering the first one I went to, and it had been going on for about 5 years before I got there. The first one I went to had about 20 people there.
Right. Which was still good. We had fun. So.
Yeah, we had fun when it was small, but this one, this new larger festival thing completely changes the dynamics, and it's
not only that, but it's more work for me. So because my choice, but because I wanted to do the food truck, and anybody knows I show my love through my food. And that's just how I am. And then we had the vendor tent up. So we had the freeze dried food and all of that. And I did not have time to just really go out, but it was nice. I had so many community members that were willing to tag team. So I was still able to go out and do the women's self-defense class. And that
'Cause
was fun.
Darren took care of the food truck and I took care of the
Yep.
tent.
Yep. And then Nikki was coming in. How can I help you? How can I help you? And, everybody pitched in. It was just beautiful.
Chuck Peoples in the house.
Hi, Chuck.
He's gonna be at Kentucky Sustainable Living event in the last weekend in October.
Right, but him and Eric, Chuck put in there, I think Porterhouse and Teal said something about an event you guys have coming up that you're going to be at. Feel free to, he can't, post it.
He can
post it in there and tell everybody what event you're going to be at. Maybe they can make it.
Let everybody know. So if you want a chance to see Chuck in action, you want to at the very least we know he's going to be there at Kentucky Sustainable Living.
Right, and there will be a special class. Still don't know the price on that yet. But.
Yep. But and Saturday they had the women's self-defense class.
That was so different. I have to tell you, it really threw me off. And I was telling Gary about this. So as
is Gary the guy you need in the crotch?
Yes.
Okay. Just double check.
So, as a kid, I competed in martial arts and I did a lot. I was more Shorin-ryu, Goju, so more Japanese style. And getting into a self-defense class this way, it was very different because it was not a lot of what I know and what I've practiced and done before. And, it saved my bacon a lot. So, I was really used to that. But man, some of the stuff that he came up with, like, you just have to take that martial arts and you just kind of have to cleanse it and let it go and then really focus on what he's teaching you. And it was firearm
Fire LLC.
Yeah. And so you really have to focus on what he's teaching you, because what he's teaching you, there is no such thing as I'm too weak to throw a punch. There's not. Because what he's teaching you is how to put your body weight into it.
He was teaching combat skills.
Right. That is where I had the issue. And it was like, this just doesn't feel natural. And he's like, I understand. Keep doing it the way that I told you. And Melody was a trooper. And I think at one point I took the glove off of her hand and it flew to the people that were watching. And she's like, okay, you got it. And she took it. she didn't want to put the glove back on.
So regarding the vendor booth. So last October, there were two vendors there. It was My Honey's Kitchen and us. And we were completely on the opposite sides of the campground from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we were right there on the sidewalk and we were literally catty corner from each other, good 10 feet. And I was talking with is it Ginger is her name?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with Ginger and we were talking about freeze drying, and the vendors there were just all about promoting each other. We had Riverside Survival was there, and I'd been to their store before. I'd gone to their store for years, and it was good. They've got new ownership, and then Hardy, the guy that was selling the ammo, is lives here locally, and so he was doing that.
Leave that up there for a minute.
It was really nice, and everybody was so supportive of each other. And Rosie, if Rosie pops in, Rosie
was
from
there.
Camden was there, and she said she made enough money that it paid for her gas and all her expenses.
Yay!
Coming down or coming up, actually, I guess. So that was really good. What I did not get a chance to see any of the Callie's is the only one that I watched. They had other ones. Who was the headliner on Saturday? Do you remember?
I mean, I was so busy cooking and all that stuff. I was, in my opinion, the headliner would be Gary and his wife. So is that his wife? I'm not sure if she's his wife or not. But
Rabbit Coyote.
I would say that Fire was the headliner for Saturday, but that's my opinion. So
let's see what. Rosie knocked off Skeens' pad a couple of times during the self-defense class. There's a bunch of angry women there, man.
No, it was all good. I was really more concerned for Gary because they put these pads on, and I just had to laugh because Gary's like, I was one of the first 5 in there, and he's like, you got to come at me close, and here's how you're going to do this. And I think he knew I was a little uncomfortable because I'm used to that spacing, right? especially in martial arts. There's spacing there, and you're judging and figuring out what the next move is. But when you're trying to protect yourself, it has to be immediate. So he's like, no, hang on to me, and here's how you're going to do that. I lifted him up off the ground. And I felt really, really bad. So by the time, there was another girl who was much taller than me, and she went in, and after that, he wasn't telling anybody to come in close. He was letting them stand back. So we were just kind of laughing. But.
So Matt was the headliner on Saturday. He's from Central Kansas, South Central Kansas.
Okay.
And he talks about just basically farming and becoming free that way.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan, and
sorry, we missed that. We were working.
The solar thing was on Thursday. Hancock gave his talk on Thursday, right? After Charles did.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
He did.
Listen, so here's the thing, and I really wish that people would figure this out. When you're going to these festivals, especially as a vendor, and then you're doing a food truck and all of that, one of the things you need to remember, we're working a tent. We don't have time to get out there and see the speakers. We would love to. We'd love to do that, but there's so many people that want education on preserving food and freeze drying, and how do we do that? And so I'm in the tent, and this is literally what I'm doing.
So this is what Terminator may be down in the States, because it looks like the Canadian government's getting their act together, and she can finally fill out an application for a passport.
Yes.
We're so gonna corrupt you. We're gonna get put on Trudeau's naughty list, because we're gonna send you home full of freedom.
We already.
You're gonna be infectious. Yeah, Matt. I saw Matt's last fall, and he does.
I'm sure that somebody recorded it, and so thanks to the recordings, I'll be able to go back and catch some of this
look
stuff.
At that.
So
Texas Callie joined freesteading. So
yay!
If you're a freesteader, you need to go over and just bombard the snot out of her.
Make sure she feels the love and all of that. I'm telling you, that girl and I, we hugged it out when we left from lunch, and her spirit, she's just amazing. She could literally fill you up right there just in one hug. Yeah. Like your sponge could be empty, and one hug, you're totally full. And she's amazing.
Saturday, like she said, I did not get to socialize as much as I wanted to. I did manage to film. You guys saw the video that I did. I did manage to film, and I'm getting better at it. So hopefully by the time we go to Kentucky Sustainable Living, I'll be pretty good at it, and I'll be able to get some good footage for you guys, so you can see what it's like going to something like that. And
her name.
Yeah, I got it.
I can't believe I kind of caught some of it. I gotta find my glasses.
Yeah, Jonathan, Data filmed them all, and eventually they're gonna release everything. I don't know. Tag was talking about it on his video that he put out, his compilation video. Yeah. Oh, your compilation video. They filmed this. If you go over to Tag's site, and he released a video, a behind the scenes type of thing for the festival, and he filmed the hacks and him and I loading a trailer for firewood to take to the camp out. And B got me. I looked so tired. I was dragging butt so bad. We had spent 7 or 8 hours prior to loading that trailer trying to cut out a bunch of hedge and black locust trees on 120 acres, and we just barely made a dent in 1 acre. And so I was dragging butt. And I'll be honest with you, when they said let's go fill that trailer up, man, the soul was willing, but the body was not happy about it.
Well, I tell you what, we appreciate it, especially on the rainy day. That was nice and warm to sit around. So I didn't realize. I thought all that came from hacks.
No, half of that came from being.
Oh, that was nice. That was a good mixture. That was great.
Yeah. So it was good. But Saturday,
Scanes, are you still having this cough from the smoke and stuff? I just can't get rid of it. I don't know what's going on.
Saturday, I came home during the middle of the day because I had to let the dogs out, and I wanted to get the goats and sheep. We're running the goats. Last week, I started running the goats and sheep out on the grass. I've got them. They realize they can go down in the woods, and there's a lot of good fodder down there. So they go down there.
Which is exciting because they're going to be tasty.
Yeah. And so I came home to let them out, and on the way back, the wind started kicking up. And if you've ever been to Northeast Kansas, excuse me, the wind can blow pretty hard. And by the time I got there, her tent was torn down and there were boxes all over the place.
Yep.
Tell them what happened to your tent.
Yeah, I will here in just a second. Lucy, don't worry about that. I will get with Kelly and see what we can figure out. I can send them cash for you if you want to do that. So what was that? Where do you see that?
That right there. There's your answer.
Yes, and my eyes and face are still swollen from the smoke. Yeah. I just can't get rid of the cough, and I'll have to figure that out. I've got some medicinal stuff here, so I'm just gonna have to go smoke, and you're not gonna like it because the next 24 hours things are gonna be coming out. But
if you got a cough, menthols. Everybody knows that.
No. It was wet and then hot, dry, and it was just back and forth. So there's a lot going on in the inhaling the smoke. So basically what happened, we had a storm come in. And so the storm came in and, Hacks fixed the crates for us and it all looked great and all that. And that storm came in, we were trying to wrap things up on the kitchen side. So as we were trying to get all that stuff done, as things were blowing around, trying to get that down, the event tent, it didn't fly away, but because of the tents go in and out and the breathing and the wind and all that, it knocked everything over. And there was this really cute little girl, and I laugh about it all the time. Every time I see the mess that I have to go through, I've been laughing all day. It's just super sweet. She's a wind element. And so she put her friend on a timeout because he's the one that caused that problem. Looking like a hoodlum.
Why are you putting
I cannot figure out what in the world. I think my ponytail's crooked. Fix that for me.
You look like a gangster.
I know. I think my ponytail's crooked. But she's a wind element, and she actually had to put her friend on timeout. And it was so stinking sweet. She was the first one to dive in before anybody else. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do this. And she's throwing everything into crates. And the guys were like, is there any certain way? And I'm like, no, there's a storm coming, the wind's blowing. You guys, I have to do inventory anyway. Just throw everything into the crates. And unfortunately, Tag, I need to get your son a bag of Skittles. I was supposed to set them aside. We did. Just didn't get those in his hands. So we'll get that. I've got those.
Just take one over to him.
That's what I'm saying. We'll get those.
But I got there and everything was torn down. So while the potluck was going on,
we were still trying to clean up during the potluck.
Well,
and you told all of us to go away.
I told everybody to go eat, and I loaded as much. Jonathan helped get stuff in there, and so did. Well, a lot of people did. Hacks and Jonathan helped out, and we got it all put away.
Yeah.
Only thing you had to deal with was the tent on Sunday morning.
I did not have to deal with that, actually.
And then we did. They did the giveaway.
Which, thank you, Hacks. So Hacks and his son actually took care of the tent for me, and I tried to help.
Why'd you hurt Tag's son that bad?
He was crushed. He told me, "Stop it! You know where I live. What the hell?" We were just trying to get everything in, and he never came and found me. So I had it. And hindsight being 2020, I should have just told him to take it. But he was acting like he needed to go do something. And so anyway, that whole weekend was that way.
So Skane says that Jennifer's dad, Dan, helped getting the tarp back on the truck before he left.
Oh, good.
He almost went parasailing.
Oh, no. So I was worried about that because we were on a timeline, and I was like, where'd she go? Because I didn't get a hug, nothing. Yes, spent 2 nights with me, no hug, no goodbye, no nothing. And so I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, that's a concern for me.
What?
Because I don't go to one camp out and I find out that, no, I was actually there when I found this out, that she's one of Darren's sister wives. And so there's that. And then I come to camp this time and I found out that Skans and her are sleeping together. Oh my God.
No, there was so this was completely innocent. I've got 10, it'll sleep 10 people, my tent. And we had a great guy, Bill, right? Bill was his name?
Yeah, Bill.
And so, Bill, I do have your buddy heater. You left before me. So, Bill, I had a buddy heater, and we were just going to put those Coleman things in. And there was no kisses. Stop it, Skeins. So in fact, we laughed like 12-year-olds. It was a slumber party. It was so funny.
Darren had to yell at him at 3 o'clock in the morning because they were so loud.
He did not. We were actually we're like, oh my gosh, we didn't wake you up. He's like, no. And so, but anyway, we're trying to do those camp out, those Coleman things to put them in real small. And he came up and he's like, well, come look at what we have in our RV and all this stuff. Well, he had a hose, so he was able to take the hose that we could fit a 20-pound propane tank into this buddy heater. And then come 24 hours later, we traded the buddy heater that I had for the hose because I have 3 more buddy heaters. And he took off before we did, but I think he knows we're good for it. And yeah, the cougar den sign. So that was not me.
That was
nope.
Who
that
was that?
That was Jules and Skeins Girl and Silver Lining and them. So that ended up on their end. Tag, did you ever see your sign? I guess that's pointed
being
out.
The person he is put the sign up way up high where these short women couldn't reach it. So they got even.
I don't know who got it. Yeah,
they got even with him. They
but it got spoiled. He was supposed to find it himself.
They put a sign up at the very front of the campground whenever you come in.
Welcome to Tagiopia.
Yeah, squash stand.
Squash stand. Ruled by Biopia.
Find a.
And then
find out who to send your squash to.
It was really cute. Yeah.
But yeah, it was, you know what? It was really
This is
fun.
why you always bring markers with you, the permanent markers in different colors, because you never know what's going to go on. And they all knew for some reason to come to my tent and get markers. So I don't know.
Tagistan, that's it.
Tagistan, yeah.
Tagistan was the name of it.
Yeah.
So Rabbit's getting ready to do some building. I'm fixing to be adding a storm shelter root cellar onto the back part of my cabin. I have on my property, you know, he doesn't live too far away from where we had our lake place.
I know.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yep.
But now the community is coming together, and where we are supposed to be, and somebody else is there.
Skeins has the sign. It blew off the tree. Yeah, you need to.
You're gonna frame it.
You need to frame the cougar the cougar den sign. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome to Tagistan, squash capital of Beatopia. See,
ask Tag where to send your squash.
that's one of the great things, and it's really hard to catch it on film and get it on film. Because
we just have so much fun there.
The sense of family.
Yeah.
You know, we met Eagle Lover Texas and Skeins, and Silver Lining and Jules, and you know,
there was no hesitation.
It's like they've been there since
forever.
the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, it was like that for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, and I wish we had a chance to get around and meet everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I one of the video I did for the third day, you know, one of my things was I went around and the 2 moms that I talked to, I wanted to get their opinion on it as a family thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because
cool.
one of the things that came up really prominently on Saturday, we were talking and Darren came up with this idea, and I came up with this idea, and Tag came up with this idea, but we all came up with it differently. I didn't talk to either one of them.
Okay.
But the thing about this is, you know, we're getting up in age. Some of us are turning 50 this next week. I mean, they're getting old, real old. And so, you know, the younger guys, the younger gals, they're the ones that are going to have to pick up the mantle for this stuff.
Yes.
And
this is about teaching kids now, getting the youngers. And we're talking, I think what everybody decided was 30 and under.
Yeah. You know, and
I always think 35 and
I really enjoy Self-Reliance Festival. The issue with that is it's not very family friendly. It really isn't. I mean, there's kids there, but I would not take my kids there.
Yeah.
You know, something like this is very family friendly, and it's meant to be. And it's very it's like meeting everybody, the long lost relatives you haven't seen for a long time.
Oh, Eagle Lover, then check your sleeping bag and your bedding and all that stuff. I bet you brought them in the house. So that's one of the things we do. We leave everything out but of course we're from this area. But we leave everything out, and then it goes immediately to the laundry room, and I'll start doing all that stuff. And then when you get home, super important, strip your clothes, throw those in the laundry, and then immediately in the laundry, that's the first thing you're going to wash, and get in an Epsom salt bath. And then that way those suckers, they start coming out and doing all that stuff. So yeah.
Terminator says, I met a lady that bought an old farm that my husband was born in. She's from Tubi.
Oh.
I'm not sure I spelt it right. Very nice lady. She wants me to help her with the gardening.
Way cool.
That's the type of stuff. Tag said it. That's perfect. Tag. That right there is the key. It's very intimate.
Yeah.
The sitting around the campfire, the potluck.
Yeah.
I
really didn't know skeins from anybody else, right? And so you talk online and all that. Now, I'm not saying that anybody can just come get in my tent, but we hit it off right away. It was a very wet and cold night, and she was by herself, and I had a heater with the 20-gallon propane. It just made sense. Pull your mattress in, sleep here. I was like, let's just have a slumber party. And she was game, and I was like, all right, let's go. And I told her, I think right before I fell asleep, I said, if I find my bra in the freezer or you soak my hand in water, I'm going to be mad. She goes, damn it, I wish I had some shaving cream. It was all good. We had fun.
So Eagle Lover said that, you told her that they hate garlic. Yeah.
Yes. And eat lots of garlic.
Eat lots of garlic.
Yep.
Twice a day for a month. It's very healthy skins. That's a good health regime right there.
Yep.
It's that whole using.
However, I eat a lot of garlic. I eat a lot of garlic, and I had ticks.
No,
yes,
not
I
like
do.
That. Not like that. You don't.
Oh, like you do?
No, she's eating a thing of garlic and honey twice a day for a month.
Yeah, the pickled garlic.
You're not doing it that much.
No, I actually I didn't. I slid. I've got to get more jars out. So I used them all in the recipe.
A lint roller is another trick. It's not perfect, but any of them you get off. Eagle Lover says she did not bring anything out until it was washed and wiped.
Yep. Interesting. I wonder how they got in there.
Yeah, we have. Really, Tiger? Like actual apples and pears? We just barely got the nubs.
Blooms, yeah.
We got the
blooms
nubs.
And everything's coming in.
See, of course, they're a little bit further south than we are. They're down at the bottom of zone 5, and we're up at the border of 5B and 6. Or
I think we're higher. I think we're in 6.
But
I'm having issues with my sage. So
the fermented garlic has been a game changer for my allergies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I kind of sloughed off doing it. I was doing it for my heart, helping my heart, because it does have a lot of medicinal properties. And like HG always says, food is medicine. Hippocrates Garden. He'll say that anytime
he's the only one that says that.
No, he says it every time the conversation comes up.
Yeah, food is medicine, guys.
Yes, and then so I came home. You guys, how late you guys stay up Saturday night?
Oh my god!
Oh, we did Bartertown. And Bartertown was really different this time.
That was cool.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Yeah,
there was a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And I set up.
We didn't take nearly as much stuff as we should.
Well, and I gave it all away because it was all Jerry.
No, we traded some stuff.
Oh,
I got 2 echinacea plants, and I got a headlamp.
But I was set up, and one of the owners from Riverside Survival set up next to me, George. That dude he's a cool cat.
He is a cool cat.
He's a cool guy,
and he loves Yoda food. So
I'm gonna fess up. I had a cigar, second cigar in 2 years, and it did me dirty. So
did it?
Yeah, I told you it gave me a head rush.
No.
You thought I was drunk.
I thought you were drunk.
She thought I was drunk.
You blamed it on the cigar, and then I don't know who. I was at I don't know who I was standing in front of, and we were like, nah.
I had about 3 ounces of whiskey, and that was it. And
you know who used to get like that too? Brenda. Remember my friend Brenda?
Something about
she couldn't smoke cigarettes because that happened.
Something about since I had my heart attack, anytime I smoke a cigar, I get lightheaded.
Interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind.
I had peaches and pears before I left. Our redbud trees bloomed about 6 weeks ago. It was pretty seeing them blue all on the drive. Absolutely.
I need to get out and get our blooms. Our blooms are on the red buds. I need to get out and get those.
Sophia B, if you go over to her channel,
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make vinegar.
She did
jam,
red bud jam, which
or jelly or something like that.
Had preserved with something like that. I don't know, but yeah, go over there and I'd never heard of that before, but it's looks pretty good. Yeah, you know what, the whole area, Jonathan. Well, you were at our place. You know how it was. The whole area is just covered with ticks.
Well, we got birds and stuff, taking that out. But I almost felt really sad for the conservation department with some of the crap that they pulled on that campsite. I must feel really sad for them because now we have to move. We're getting bigger. And there used to be a time when they said, we are so thankful somebody is using this campground. And now they've pretty much chased a lot of people off. So.
Well, and this is not complaining. This is just what happened. They turned off the gas, so there was no hot water at the shower houses that were
no
down
water period.
No water period down there.
No water period.
They turned the water off.
They did
at the shower
fix
houses.
It though later.
So there was that, and then they did not have a dumpster, so they were having to Data and Spags were having to. We had a trailer they were throwing stuff in.
Oh, and Daniel
came around. Then they came around and hassled people
for open carry
for firearms. And okay,
it is federal land.
It is federal land. It is Corps of Engineers land. So you are subject to federal laws. But in the past,
it's never been a big deal.
In the past, I don't think I've ever seen a park ranger up there.
No, they have been.
Have they?
Yeah, they have been. Remember, we were cutting the logs and all that stuff when those trees fell on our campsite. Yeah. And so we were cutting all those, but he didn't care. He was like, yeah, thanks for helping out. No big deal. You want to fix my hat? He was like, yeah, no big deal.
If you don't touch it, it looks good. Quit trying to be a hoodlum.
Let's try to figure this one out. But he goes, yeah, he's like, no big deal. And we all had guns on us and he didn't say a word.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on who's in charge at the time, who's coming through and that kind of thing. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe there was somebody coming to check on the bathrooms that may have been scared. So that was probably what that was. But
yeah, Terminator, I'm going to say that's a big negative. I don't think there's not a single person in our community that would want all those people on our property.
No, wouldn't do it. And don't get me wrong, we could absolutely on his and ours pull that stuff in, but as much as we do share and the things that we want to share and do all of that, there's some security. So no, not here.
But that aside, I did not really hear anybody complain about anything. I mean, I'm sure that there were people that had stuff they would rather not happen or not have to deal with.
There were some things there, like this is so it's. Oh, I want to be careful. It's one of those things that if you have valuables and
it's the normal growing pains.
And you're worried about losing stuff, you just got to make sure you keep things locked up.
Yeah, and that's just common sense.
You get new people and more people and that kind of those things are going to happen.
Yeah, see, Tiger, that's exactly the way we feel.
Well, and then they come to your property and they don't respect it the way you would. Could you imagine my driveway asparagus? It'd be mush. People would drive over it, put a tent on it, and that kind of crap.
So what'd you guys do? What'd you guys do cleaning up on Sunday?
We didn't. We were on a time clock. Well, if we cleaned up anything, it was for Jules, and I haven't seen her.
Oh yeah, we ended up with several extra chairs and an extra tent somehow.
Well, the chairs I was getting for Nikki and Scott.
Okay.
So they had those. Those belong to them. I need to get Nikki's cup out of there. I washed Scott's cup. I got to get her cup out. I was looking for it. It's in the chair. And then the tent. Jules, let's just say she needed some
the bottom
assistance.
Of her tent got waterlogged because of all the rain.
It was bad. Yeah. And so the guys pulled that down. We put it back in and it's on Darren's truck right now.
No, it's on ours, isn't it?
No, it's on Darren's trailer right now. No, we had to put it there because I didn't have room. Oh, okay. It was a 50-gallon tub. We didn't have room.
Oh, yeah.
And so right now what we're doing, our tent included, Hack's tent included, and Jules' tent. We're waiting for the rain we're supposed to get. That's supposed to be awful starting tomorrow or Thursday. We need all that to get out of the way so we can hang tents and make sure they don't mold, especially hers. Hers is canvas. And so we definitely have to get hers taken care of. So I'm a little panicked on that, but
So Sunday I didn't go back out there because I had stuff. I started working on that brooder that I did the video on. Took me
which, thank you, it smells so much better.
Took me 2 hours. Took me 2 hours just to clean up that little space I was building in. But we went and we had lunch. We all met for lunch up at one of the local restaurants, and Callie and Jesse came, and a bunch of people from the community.
Well, I kind of think the group split because I had heard about lunch at 1886.
Well, I invited somebody. I'm not going to mention any names, Skins Girl.
She thought that she should be at 1886.
Oh.
So I think she ended up having lunch with the other crowd.
Well, 1886 was closed when I went by.
Oh, I don't know. So Skane's Girl should have been.
I just felt slighted. That's all I'm going to say. I felt kind of hurt.
I think there was a lot of, hey, keep it quiet because we don't want crap ton of people there.
But we went out and ate lunch, and it was really good. Her and Nikki had already talked to Callie about everything that I wanted to ask her. So by happen chance I sat down next to her.
Nikki and I were like just asking question after question, and Callie, really we didn't have to ask a lot because she just kind of gave forth. And I think she knew what we were doing, and so or what we were wanting to do, and so Callie was really good about that. And so it was great.
I got to sit down next to her, and like I said, we had a really good conversation. Just kind of rambled all over. She's a veteran, so we talked military, and we talked.
That was craziness. Even
we talked medical stuff, and just she's a conspiracy nut, so we talked about conspiracies. It was just a really good thing. And then I took driveway asparagus to her, and I told her as I was handing it to her, I said, look, most places you go and you're an honored guest, you get a bouquet of flowers. You come to Midwest Preparedness Festival and you get a bouquet of driveway asparagus.
And she was happy. She said, I love asparagus.
Okay, Popper, you go. Water and flooding. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Who decided it was okay to direct his gutter towards our house? That's not good. That's not good at all. Tell that guy to put in a French drain and send it out to the street.
Or get a barrel and capture it all.
Skins had a hard time getting the tarp on the truck.
Yeah.
But you know what? Next time everybody comes up, we'll figure some way to find someplace we can go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think everybody could fit at trails, to be honest with you.
No,
or 1886.
There's
no place local that everybody could fit.
If we keep it small and don't open it to everybody, I don't mind having people over here. If it's just for a cookout or something like that, we could do that. But and then that might actually be more intimate, and we could do all that.
It'd be a shame if those gutters got clogged one night during a heavy rain. It'd just be a shame. I'm just. Popper, you go. Have a good evening.
Making trouble.
So I got the coolest book this weekend too. I ordered the Anarchist Cookbook. Yeah. And anybody that was into Soldier of Fortune magazine or survivalism in the 70s and 80s, even in the 90s, you'll know what this book is. And I got it. I got it strictly for nostalgia's sake, because as a teenager we had it, and we did all kinds of stuff that we shouldn't have been doing based off that book. But
it's kind of coming in handy.
I was flipping through it, and it was a fun read. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a book review on it. I don't know if I should put it on YouTube.
They'll probably have to go over to Liberty Tree.
Yeah, that one one's going to go on Rumble and Liberty Tree, along with my medical video I'm going to do, because there was some discussion this weekend and some things that need to be said. At least I feel I need to say them. Mm-hmm. Try to educate some people, because we're going to go through it again. Yeah. See, Chuck, am Am I right, Chuck? Is it a
What do you say?
he says he's got one.
Yeah.
And so does Rabbit.
Yep.
You know, it's just a
There's some
it's a
info in
1970s
there.
it's a 1970s radical publication. The guy took stuff from the Weatherman, the Symbionese Liberation Army.
Be careful.
Manuals. Well, no, it's
careful in here.
It's legal. It's legal. But it's a nostalgic thing for me.
Okay.
You know, it really is. You know, security guy says it's been opened by the feds. I would not doubt
surprise
it.
Me, yeah.
But flipping through it, you know, it's still the 1971 version, and it's very dated.
And
it
needs
quite
to be
frankly,
updated.
Quite frankly, anybody that uses it as a manual for radicalism probably deserves wherever they get out
Right.
because it is so dated. Oh my gosh, the stuff in there. You know, it's crazy, but it was fun. It was fun flipping through it because I went to a military school. My parents taught there. It's not because I was my parents taught there. We had that and a bunch of teenage kids at a military school. We went and we had fun with it. Oh, Ghost is in the house. He's saying boo.
Ghost. Okay, so I was hoping to tell you this, and I don't remember. I don't think you popped up in time, or maybe I said it after. Pirateship.com. Go to pirateship.com. So Jonathan came over, and I was trying to figure out how to save on shipping and all that. Pirateship.com. You can save up to 80% on shipping. Go check it out. Free account, all of that. Just weigh it.
And Ghost, I did not mean to overwhelm you with all the t-shirt designs. Ghost is going to do some printing for us. So I sent him over all the designs that we had. He's like, wow, you guys got a lot of product.
Except for the rooster.
Well, I haven't done the rooster yet.
Yeah,
I haven't done the mama bear
He's
yet.
going to create the rooster, and it'll have a rooster on it with the Ghostbusters and the slash through it like that symbol. And it's going to say, don't be a pecker.
Chuck, my parents taught at Wentworth Military Academy in Lexington, Missouri. It is now defunct. It's been closed for quite a while.
A couple years. Few years.
Longer than that.
When did we shut that down? When was
it was when we went to
20-year anniversary, 2000.
Yeah, but
2005.
Maybe. I went to Wentworth Military School, Military Academy from 8th grade up through a semester of junior college. So, yeah.
Early commissioning program.
Yep.
Our son went there too.
I was in the early commissioning program. Figured out that I liked marijuana more than I liked being a military officer. That's another story.
You say?
Oh yeah, he says he found everything I sent, and he can do it all, including the tote bags. Well,
cool.
We will sit down. There's only one or two that we want to do.
You wanted to change a couple things.
Well, no, it's.
Well, the don't be a pecker. I want that right away.
Yeah,
rooster. I'm going to kill this rooster.
There's only a couple designs that we want right away
for festivals.
Yeah, for festivals.
Yeah.
To have on hand.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Don't be a pecker is one of them.
Oh, nice. I went to summer camp, ROTC summer camp at Fort Knox, and had some guys from Fort Union that were there. Yeah, it was a small community back then. It was a very small community.
Well, there were only four early commissioning programs?
7. There were 7 early commissioning programs in the country. So yeah, we so what do we got going on here coming up? Since we're updating, we're not talking. I got some topics I want to talk about, so we're gonna get on them pretty quick.
I have the address, and I forgot to bring it over.
You're going to be in.
No. That's what I was saying. I have the address.
What's the name of the town?
I have the address.
Okay.
So no, because we have so many festivals, like it doesn't work like that. He doesn't come with me. So hang on just a second. It's right here.
We've got.
Now remember, I don't have my glasses, so you have to read this, right?
She's got some flea markets.
Oh, let's see.
And Sparks, Kansas flea market in Highland, Kansas. That's this week. That's next weekend.
Yeah, and then don't worry about that. And so then you have to go to.
And then June, the first week of June, we've got Pryor, Oklahoma.
Yeah, so it'll be up there.
The second weekend in June, I'm going to be down at Lake Pomme de Terre at the Missouri Get Together. So
we will not have a vendor tent. You're not going to do a vendor.
No, I'm not doing a vendor tent.
And
Although
then,
I am taking some sugar crack
okay.
to get everybody hooked.
Okay. And then are you?
Yeah.
I need to know how much. I want to do
Yeah.
smaller portions for that. And then then the weekend 14th through the 17th will be at Potawatomi Reservation, and everybody's welcome for that. The following weekend, we're going to be at OOSR, which is in Oskaloosa. And so we'll be there. So let's just end
I've
with
got
that
the
because
vendor
that's
sheets
a
for you,
lot.
by the way.
Great.
And that's just up to the end of June. We're not even talking about next fall yet.
Yeah. Oh, I found my glasses. Look, they're right there.
Right there, right in front of you. If it was a snake, it would have bit you.
I need glasses to find my glasses.
Yeah.
Don't be a turd.
You know.
What's wrong with you?
So we got a busy schedule, and then
yeah,
we're got to work on the house. Haven't worked on the house in 2 weeks. Well, I've been working outside.
Well, we have a timeline, and so yeah, he's been doing that. I have to go out get the garden in. But most importantly, our children actually said that they were going to come for 4th of July.
You need to start doing your garden 30 every day.
So I know I need to go plant, but when do I have time? I'm doing festivals.
Garden 30.
I'm going to kill you.
And the days that you're here, you can
I'm going to kill you. And so are you going to come in and help me do inventory and all that?
What will Nicole say?
You come in and help me do inventory. Come in and help me do inventory. I'll finish all that stuff up. Anyway, so but we have to get that bedroom and bathroom done before 4th of July weekend.
I know.
Has to be done.
I know. You keep telling me that.
So, well, if not, our kids aren't coming and the grandbabies don't get to play. So there's that.
So are you done?
I'm done
hounding me in front of everybody?
I'm not hounding you.
Hey, give me a big one if she was hounding me. Let's see who's brave. Let's see who's brave on here. Getting the garden in. We haven't been able to.
No, it's been so cold. Tonight is actually the last freeze night.
It froze last week and the week before, both. In fact, we lost tomato plants. See, look, everybody.
I'm going to make a list.
Even Eagle Lover.
I'm making a list.
She turned on you.
Eagle Lover. I'm telling you, if you want to come here, you have to share the master bathroom. There's no bedroom for you to sleep in. Jonathan stayed in the office, and I asked him, I said, do you ever go to the bathroom? Because he didn't come in and go to the bathroom. And he's like, we had a bottle. And he was like, or he went outside. So this is what our company has to do. And my grandbabies are not doing that. So there you go.
But we'll get it. Yeah, Tiger's planting hers too this weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, Terminator, we do have the Mater t-shirts. They are on our bonfire store, which the link
Ghost has them too, right?
Down below. Well, I don't know if he's got them set up. I did not send the Mater t-shirts to him. Not yet.
You need to.
Not yet.
I would prefer Ghost make them and get the money them.
Oh, look. So Skeins does a 0.5, and then Terminator does you two are cowards. That's all I have to say. I still love you. But you guys are cowards.
Stop it. You leave my people alone.
Leave your people alone. Whatever. Let's see. I got some stuff I want to talk about because there's some black pills that need to be served up.
Be mindful. We're over an hour. Okay.
Do what?
We're over an hour.
I know. That's why I want to talk about this now because I've got them set up so we can do it very quickly. All right. So bear with me for a second while I bring this up.
Do you want me to check on chickens and turkeys?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Let me check on everybody.
Okay, so what are we doing here? I'm making this smaller so you guys can see me or I can see you. Okay. First one, the Daily Mail UK says meat is crucial for human health. Scientists say that they call for an end to zealotry, pushing vegetables and vegan diets. Boy, that's going to upset a lot of people. But I agree. I agree with them. But my commentary is it's about time. It's about time we start doing this. We need to start calling for an end to all this crazy stuff that is self-destructive and is promoted beyond personal freedom. And the white pill for this is community is important, and this is how we gain control. This is how we gain control of the cultural stuff like that, and we make sure that it doesn't infect our communities. And don't get me wrong, I am not anti-vegan. If you want to eat vegan, that is your choice, but I have a real problem with the people that push it. Just like I'll never tell a vegan that they shouldn't be doing it beyond the obvious health aspects, so just take that for what it is. Okay, the second one. This one just makes me want to bang my head on the concrete. CNY Central is a Central New York news agency. 751 guns in 5 hours. Syracuse sets a gun buyback record. Okay, there is no back in this. This is straight up gun confiscation using taxpayer money. And my call to action, and I really wish I would have thought about this when we lived in Kansas City. If they do that in your neighborhood or your city, you should go there and you should demand one of those guns. I mean, don't break the law. Don't do anything illegal, but go up there and be obnoxious about it and let the officials know that they're spending your money to confiscate people's guns. Hey, Starla. It's one of those things. We need to become educated. There are too many people that think that these gun buyback programs are a good thing and they actually work. As Americans, we shouldn't put up with it. Seriously. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Charles comes in right when I'm railing against the gun buybacks. The next one is from Western Farm Press via farmprogress.com. The West faces catastrophic water and power shortages. Okay, the article was talking about how they are going to have problems with watering food and water for watering grass and everything. This situation is a combination of environmental issues, because they are going through a drought, which is just cyclical out there, and it's cyclical every place else. But it's also a case of mismanagement by the government. And so these people that live out west and in the western states are going to suffer because the government mismanaged the water and the environment, and then they're going to tell people that they have to give up even more. And this is the foundation of tyrannical governments, is they create a situation and then they provide the only answer that they consider viable. All right. And the white pill, the solution for this is we need to become our own utilities. Tag says that all the time, and he's right. We're in the process. We've got solar that we need to get in. We've got a well that we need to rehab, and just we all need to be working for that. And we all can't. I'm not saying everybody can. I'm just saying you need to try as hard as you can. Okay, Skanes, I'm going to call you out on this one. This is something, and don't get me wrong, I used to say it, but I put some deep thought into this. If you say that you lost all your guns in a boating accident, that means that you're not willing to fight for what you believe in. And if you look at it realistically, we should be stand up and tell the government, no, you're not taking our guns. But also with standing up like that, we have to take responsibility for what comes next. And the government just made an example out of CRS Firearms. I don't know if you follow that, but him and another guy that he helped promote, this guy that was had a metal business card size thing with a template for a sear pin for an automatic weapon, and he is doing time. He is going to do about 4 years in prison unless it's overturned for selling a machine gun. That little business card with the template on it, the ATF and a jury said it was a machine gun. So we have to be ready for the consequences. you know, but I will never again. I'm not going to tell everybody what I have, exactly what I have. Some of you have seen, if you watch our videos, you know that I've got some weapons, and I'm very open about it. I'm pro Second Amendment, and I love shooting. Shooting is so much fun. I wish I had the money to do it more. You know, so somebody said, why would anyone want to live in the desert and think it's sustainable? Well, there are places in the desert that you can live. We have, with the modern technology and everything, we're able to put way more people on that property than it can actually sustain. If everything gets turned off, the population out there is going to crash, basically. You know, let's see here. Yeah, that Chuck's right. So the government witness for the ATF said that they had a team of 14 to 17 agents working on it, and they could never get the piece to work properly. But somehow the jury managed to think that the government did their case. You know, so it's just, so those are the four topics and the black pills and the white pills that I wanted to talk about tonight, just so that you guys know about it. Oh, and then I found, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this one upsets me. There's something I found out right before I came from work, so I don't have a lot of information on it. Yeah, Bobby Q, the auto key card is what it was. But I found out right before I left from work that Tuesday morning is filing for bankruptcy, and they are shutting down all their stores.
Who?
Tuesday morning.
What?
Yeah. Tuesday morning is a huge national chain, and they're going the way of Penny's and Sears and all these other places. But our economy's roaring. We're doing really well. And
I wouldn't be too upset about that.
Tuesday morning,
TJ Maxx and Marshalls will have all their stuff.
I have a soft spot in my heart, because that's a great place to get stocking stuffers. TJ
Maxx, you need to learn TJ Maxx and Marshalls and all that.
Yeah, see, Skanes is feeling the pain. I can tell by her response. She is feeling the pain.
You can
just
get
like
some
me.
really nice designer stuff there. I know.
Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond went away.
No, get out! Really?
Well, well, I don't know if they went completely away, but they shut down a lot of their stores.
Oh, I'm a Bed Bath & Beyond girl. Where else can you get a squatty potty? Same. It's good for your health.
I'm not gonna post it, but if you go out,
the unicorn.
If you go out on YouTube and do a search for squatty potty unicorn commercial, it has to be one of the funniest and the best marketing ploys ever.
This is why we carry unicorn poop in the candy aisle.
Yeah, this is why we think unicorn poop is funny. Tiger says Bed Bath & Beyond declared bankruptcy.
Oh, wow. We have a mother clucker out there, so she's not going to bed. So I left everything open.
Did you leave it open? Okay.
Yeah, the turkeys are away, though.
Yeah. So the guinea proved exactly how stupid they are today, by the way, because the chickens went out in the paddock, and the guinea went down the outside of the fence on the other side, and she could not figure out how to walk down the fence and back into the yard. So I had to go guide her back in. I saw somebody posted a meme that says guineas make chickens look like philosophers, and they're absolutely right. Those got to be some of the dumbest birds. They're cool. They're way cool. They're ugly as sin, but their behavior and watching them interact with everything else is just, they're really cool. But God, they're dumb as a box of rocks.
I need some more tea, I think. Getting empty here.
But, so there it is. We're losing everything. The big takeaway from this week's update should be community, and it should always be community. But this weekend and the Self-Reliance Festival, and having Jonathan as a house guest, and meeting Skanes and Eagle Lover. Okay. Before we go, Eagle Lover and Skanes, I want you to answer this question as best you can in chat. Walking away from the Self-Reliance Festival, do you feel that that you're going to be able to go back and go back into your communities and take some of the stuff that you learned here and some of the interactions, the being with everybody, do you think you're going to be able to take that back and try to manifest it where you are in some form? That was a conversation that came up on Sunday on how people leave the event and they take it back and they plant the seeds in their own community. And I thought that was just so cool.
I think Kelly put it really well. I only caught a glimpse of it. I have to go back and watch Tag's video, but her tank was full when she left.
Yeah.
She felt filled up. And so, does everybody feel that way? Are we moving the right direction? I think that's what we want to know. Right.
Yeah, right.
So,
and the conversation rolled around how we need to send out ambassadors from our group. We need to send people out. No, not really, but I wish I could have stayed another week.
Well, you're welcome if we get the other bedroom and bathroom put together.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Of course, you said one, so I don't know. You may have to sleep on the floor.
I think you'll find out that subconsciously you start doing things. But we started talking Sunday about the need for us to send ambassadors out to these little get-togethers, and not to go, hey, look at us, this is what we're doing, this is what you should do, but just to go out and interact with people and get people to start thinking on a larger scale about community, and I just think it would be kind of cool. And I'm not going to lie, that's part of the reason why I'm going in June down to Southern Missouri, is because I want to go down there and I want to fellowship with these people that are like-minded and share our experience with them in hopes that it
helps them somehow.
Yeah, it helps them. It helps them, and it gets them thinking, and helps build communities all over the place.
Starla was so upset that you didn't get Jules on video. Jules didn't want to be on video.
Every time there was one, I had one.
And I hope she's doing okay because she hasn't been in here. So.
I had one bit of film with her on it, but it was not. It was like the back of her head, because she was looking. She was looking at a better tent. So I did not get it. I did not get her on there. You're an arm. Oh, that's not what I'm an army of one, but I had a long talk with Spags. I'm a woman on fire. There you go. There you go.
You always get your butt up here.
Yep. Yeah. So towards joy and freedom. So they were at Self-Reliance Festival. They went to dinner with us on Sunday. Was it Sunday, guys? Yeah, it was Sunday.
Was it Sunday? Sunday. Yeah, because we didn't leave until Monday. Yeah.
Meeting like-minded people in person was really made us step outside our comfort zone. Absolutely.
And that's huge.
That's the hardest part of starting the conversation. Yeah. Once you start the conversation, it gets exponentially easier. Seriously. And starting the conversation. I had a conversation today with somebody at the reservation about starting doing stuff on the reservation to build community, because she was
good,
and this is a
how ironic is that?
They promote
having a conversation on the reservation about starting community.
They promote intentional community, but they don't know how to do it.
Yep.
Or they let me rephrase that. They know how to do it. They just are not good at implementing it.
I'd really be curious too, and I'll get a chance to ask him, but how Hardy felt. And Hardy wasn't in a position he could do credit cards and that kind of thing. And I was like, hey, here we go. And so we figured all that stuff out, and it worked out really well. And he kept thanking me, and I was like, you don't have to thank me. This is what we do. So
Skange, you're the cover girl for day 3. You made it. You made it onto the thumbnail for day 3. Yeah, Chuck's right. Community is a big takeaway from these festivals, especially SRF. Yes, absolutely. You know what though, Chuck, you need to come out here and you need to see Midwest Preparedness.
It's different.
It's different. It's different. And I'm gonna.
But we've also.
I'm gonna crow. No, I'm gonna say.
For most of us, we've been together.
I'm gonna say it, and I'll say this. I'll say this to John. I think we do a better job at promoting community than he does. Than Self-Reliance. Not he, but Self-Reliance Festival.
I don't know. I think they're. I wouldn't say that. I don't think that's fair. They're getting there, and that's what they're doing. I've seen some of Nicole's
last few videos. I didn't say they didn't do it. I just said that we do a better job at it.
We've been doing it longer.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Joseph G, it is Hutch is putting it on. He's got a channel on YouTube, and it is down at Pomme de Terre,
Mhm.
at one of the campsites on the Upper Peninsula, not down by the dam, but up top. And yeah, Hermitage. There you go, Hermitage Mo, Pomme de Terre Lake. If you go to Hutch's channel, they are giving information out about it all the time. Anytime he does a live, he talks about it.
Oh, and you know that you're staying with Ghost, right?
Well, I'm staying wherever I can get 2 trees.
Ghost said that he'll help you with that.
Okay,
He's got trees for you.
Whoever's got
And
the best site for trees.
I'll email him. I think I know what campsite it is, but I'll email him for sure and find out.
There you go. Pittsburgh says it's or Tiger says it's the Pittsburgh campsite. Joseph G, it is the 8th through the 11th of June, which is Wednesday through Sunday, I think. Hang on, let me look. Thursday through Sunday.
You're gonna be gone that long?
No, I'm not going down there till Friday. I'm taking half
Okay.
a day off Friday
Okay.
and going down there.
All right.
Because it's only a 3-hour drive.
No, I'm just trying to figure out getting ready for festival and all that stuff. So,
Oh,
recovering from festival too.
The hacks finally made it home. The hacks were over here. Darren,
Nice.
oops. Darren was over here working on the crates, helping getting them fixed after
Back in
the
order.
incident.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, Joseph G, if you can go, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They took a lot of inspiration from the one that they had out in North Carolina last month, the one that Native and Ghost put on, and everybody had a fantastic time out there from what they said. Virginia, I don't know if Virginia's still in here. She actually flew out there. Milkmaid was out there, and just a whole bunch of regulars on the small homesteading circuit were out there.
Yeah. Joseph, did you get your food? You got all your food?
Okay. So there
you go.
There's
right
the
there.
info on the
There's
meetup right there.
Yep. Thanks,
So
Virginia.
it's there in the thing.
Yeah.
You know. So and there's more of these things popping up all over the place. It's just a matter.
Wonderful.
It's just a matter of people want to advertise it because they don't know where to do it.
Right.
And we have a perfect solution to that. Don't we? Have a white pill for that one, don't we? Freesteading.com. Go the other way. There you go. Freesteading.com. If you're not already on Freesteading, I don't know why we have to keep saying it over and over and over. Get out there, get on there, and if you're doing something, I don't care if it's a potluck, I don't care if it's a class, I don't care if it's a meetup, whatever. Get it on that calendar so that everybody knows about it. Because if 1 or 2 people find out about it on Freesteading, they're going to tell their community about it, and it's just going to grow.
Yeah. Starla girl, I got to talk to you. I meant to call you, but with everything going on, I need to get a hold of you. I have a solution to some of the health you're going through. Talking with Callie, we got it. You may not like it, but it is what it is.
So Hacks was pushing his coffee.
It was good. Oh, I had some Hardy's coffee. So Friday, it was really sweet. So Hacks was making breakfast, and then he made me. I think I woke up like I've got some tortillas and I've got some cheese. He's like, I got eggs and I've got this, and so he ended up going over and he made breakfast, and then Hardy was making breakfast. So I had my bacon while he made me bacon, and so I had my bacon while Hacks was taking care of everything else. The guys made me breakfast on Friday. It was awesome. And then Hacks made me breakfast on Saturday.
So there was a couple at Bartertown that hadn't heard of Freestyle. How the heck do you make it all through Saturday to Bartertown and not having heard about Freesteading is beyond me.
I know it.
But yes.
Well, I did realize there were a lot of people there that were not following our channels. So they were getting a lot of their stuff off Facebook and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I know Tag mentioned it on stage several times.
And we did, and there was a lot. So yep.
Yep. Nikki's bringing rabbits up for Tiger, and she's bringing me beef jerky from Buc-ee's. What more could a man want? I'm trading her a bag of Skittles.
Are you?
A big bag of Skittles for it.
For beef jerky? That's a good deal.
Yeah, it is. Especially considering Buc-ee's jerky. I'm
right.
let's see here. I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. My last health insurance because of errors. Oh man.
Oh, I've got you. It's illegal, but it's going to make you healthy.
Jiminy Christmas.
What? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Go back and watch my video about OPSEC.
I don't know why you're the one that's creating OPSEC. But yeah, no, we'll talk. I've got it. I mean, I don't have it for you. You're going to have to find it, but I got the solution. So
but anyway, so we're getting close. We got to go. We need to go put the chickens away. And
well, there's just one out there.
I got to get some stuff out of the trailer. Do I need to put stuff in the trailer tonight? You going to help me put all that stuff in there? I can't do it by myself.
No, well, it's going to take both of us.
Okay.
And I still have to inventory the stuff that's laying in files.
So we got to get off here.
Yeah.
If you're a new subscriber or you're new to the channel and you just got this far, think about subscribing.
Mm-hmm.
These are the type of conversations we have. This conversation in chat is very similar to what we had at festival.
Yeah. And I think we're going to go ahead and take the medical chat. We're not doctors, nothing like that. But I think we're going to take that. That'll go over on Liberty Tree. So think about subscribing there. This is good information. I think we probably need to get Callie to go over there.
No, we'll see.
Maybe we can do a live over there.
We'll see. Well, thank you, Tiger. I'm thinking you don't have a very high bar, but we appreciate it anyway. This is one of the best channels.
Oh. Thank you.
But thank you anyway. We try. We're getting better. We're
human, guys.
We want to bring you the best content possible. Yeah. Sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we do. We do really well, especially when we put skeins. We put skeins on the thumbnail. You realize it's almost 350 views on that video.
Skeins. There's something about that.
Which is great for us.
Yeah.
But we got to go. So. You got any final thoughts? Anything before we sign off?
No, you guys step outside your box, step outside your comfort zone. Make sure you're getting to talk to people. I've met some great people just talking, right? Attack them outside of Orscheln's. I didn't attack, but just talk to each other and then kind of figure out where all of that is. And then think outside the box as far as the medicinal, and let's get the pharmaceutical companies out of our program, right?
Right.
So
Terminator said it. I don't even have to say it tonight because Terminator said, "Good night, all, and go live a lifetime free." God bless you.
God bless. Yep.
And as soon as I can hit that